Bom dear, everyone.
And welcome to the
Pre-storm.
Saudade Project.
Press the button. There's a big it was a hurricane. It got downgraded last night, so it's no longer a hurricane status, but it's heading towards our farm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need to do some tidying up because summer was obviously very still, and now if it's going to be windy, all of the crap we've left around needs to go. Let's get this sorted. This is a big harvest today. You can go onto the covers. This garden looks so tired and sad.
I didn't water it.
No, it's the time of year.
Oh my god, look at the butternut squashes.
Where should we put the cardboard? In the shed? Ooh, there's a giant locust in there.
The
Oh,
head.
there's a giant locust sitting
Where is it?
at the back. Underneath the grapevine. There's a massive one.
I haven't seen it yet.
He's there. I can see him. I'm looking right at him. See him yet?
No, I didn't. I
At
didn't
the
know.
back corner. I'm running away.
Oh, hello, sausage.
I told you. Not very scared at all, is he?
Man's chilling.
Thanks, babes.
It's alright.
I'm still not very good with bugs. That right, yeah.
There's a bug living inside there.
This is fun now. It's so scruffy.
What?
No, this looks so scruffy.
It's just lifting out and it's just left it out, isn't it?
Let me just move this under.
This has worked.
What else?
From the heat. It won't go in anymore, this bit.
I'm going to plant these things out. Oh, I need to put these in the hole. Yeah, I'm going to plant these things out
Okay.
so then I can pack them away.
Cool.
And maybe I'll start some seeds in October. I don't know. I'm not having very much luck with seeds recently. I need to buy...
Proper soil for them now.
Yeah, I need to buy... What's it called?
You know, I'm going to have to try and get you a sparkling water. I apologise.
Divorce.
If you had to pick Parmesan or sparkling water, which one?
Honestly, probably sparkling water.
Really?
She is my life force.
Ah,
I
not
know.
Parmesan.
I know. Don't get me wrong. I would.
Oh, Parmesan is
be
your life
heartbroken.
food. You literally live off Parmesan.
Remember, you can get a lift if you need to tonight.
Let's see how the storm is. If it's a light rain, I don't even have a raincoat, so if it's raining, it's raining.
Why don't you take my raincoat?
Which one? It's fine now. Right. Bye.
Bye. Your bum's out. Welcome to our very tired looking garden. Do you remember a few weeks ago? This looked so green and lush. I think it's safe to say we're ready for rain. Carlos forgot his helmet, by the way. He had to come back and get his helmet. Hilarious. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the beetroot, the other thing that's in the beetroot family, but I can't remember the name because I'm very, very tired. And I've got some echinacea, like a big plant that I bought, but also I've got one random little seedling that isn't doing too well in the pot, but I'm hoping if I plant it out, it'll grow into a proper big perennial plant. Yeah, last night was our anniversary dinner, so we're very tired because we had to walk up a hill to get to the restaurant, like a really big hill, and then we ate so much food, and you know when it just knocks you out. We only had one glass of wine each, but the amount of food, I'm so tired, so tired. I thought I'll go through what we've got in the garden in a bit, but I'm gonna get echinacea and beetroot and chard, that's it, planted now, and then I'll maybe do a little tour of what we've planted, because I have been planting some stuff throughout September, but I just haven't filmed it because it was very much like when I had a spare moment I just chucked it in. So yeah, I'll give you a little tour of what's going on now we're going into our winter veggies. The wind's picking up. Oh! Little baby echinacea number one. There are roots there, so it should be alright. Just pop you in. I'll just get a bit deeper. It's a nice big spot at the back here for this one. Oh. This isn't working. Come on. Look at those at the end, maybe. make a little beetroot patch. In between these cabbages. Okay everyone, so I've put all my remaining seedlings in the ground. I thought I'll give you a little tour of what's happening in the garden at the moment. I look like such trash. I look so tired. Anyway, as you can see, she's looking a bit tired, is our butternut squash plant. Even though she's still trying to make babies, she's still trying. But we've got a total of like fully grown 7 butternut squash, and she's just put out a couple more little ones. So I'm going to harvest the big ones today, I think, bring them indoors and then leave the plant, see if she can make any more. I don't think it's very likely. We are still predicted to have pretty warm weather next week, so after a big storm she might be all right, but she is looking very tired. The cucumber plant is just, she's done. She's absolutely done. But she did too much this summer. There's still so many cucumbers around that I haven't eaten. So that's funny. What have I been planting? Ah, yes. Let me point it. Ooh. Don't know if you can see. All along in here, there is a big load of, I can't remember what you call this, cavallonero. Those are actually growing pretty quickly. They were like all pretty small, but the ones at the back are doing much better. I think this one at the front's got a little bit cooked and a little bit eaten. So we've got those growing. And I've also put in, dotted around everywhere, some onions and leeks. One thing that I've planted quite a lot of, I did try to grow from seed, but there was something wrong with that soil. Nothing really grew that well. Is Chinese cabbage. Carlos and I absolutely love kimchi. We love making our own, so I've planted loads of Chinese cabbage. I planted that at the beginning of September, so that should be done on time. It doesn't like it when it's too cold, but ooh, it seems to be doing really well. That's one of the smallest ones. There are some hiding in between. You see there's a big one hiding down there, doing pretty well for itself. I've also got other varieties of cabbage that are more like regular, sort of everyday cabbage. Our watermelon, I just checked, it does have a field spot. I don't think it's going to get very big. I think it's got too cold now for it, but maybe a big bit of rain tonight will help it out. Our salsa, I can't remember what you call that. Parsley is growing back, some of it, so we've not planted anymore. I have put some coentrouge round and about, hoping that it won't be too hot and it can grow nice and big before the really cold weather comes, but it looks like it might be bolting. If that happens, I'll just plant some more in January. It is what it is. Yeah, I've also got a few different cabbages dotted around here, and there's some in here in between the Brussels sprouts. One thing that is nearly ready for sure is the sweet potato. As you can see, she's just starting to turn a bit sad. When it's like mostly yellow, that's when we'll harvest those, so that'll be next month. I'm presuming we've got a lot in there because she went a bit mad. As you can see, she's grown into the wall and everything, so yeah, lots of sweet potatoes will be coming. The regular potatoes that we only planted a month, like 3 weeks, a month ago, gone completely mad. So we may actually still get some large potatoes. Let's see what happens. I need to do a big harvest of some sauce tomatoes because there's quite a few ready. They've gone a bit mad. Need to harvest those, and I've got loads and loads of aubergines as well that I need to harvest. Like, they've gone completely crazy. The regular tomatoes are bouncing back. Brutally honest, this year has not been the best for tomatoes, and everyone I've seen online has the same problem, so it must have just been the weird weather we had this year. One fun thing that has happened this year, I'll try and show you. Oh, let me get around. Sorry, it's gone a bit mad and overgrown here because of the grapevines. But when we were harvesting the grapes, I didn't catch this on film because I didn't realise until very, very late at night. We thought our pumpkin plant had died. And technically, turns out it wasn't even a pumpkin. It looks like they've put butternut squash seeds in the pumpkin things because I planted this pumpkin there. But we have a butternut squash growing in our peach tree, which we love. I don't know if you can see it. There she is. Yeah, growing in between our grapevines and peach tree. We've just got the one random one. It just made me laugh. So extra butternut squash. We will be eating well this winter. Oh my god, that is giant. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do now is have a quick harvest and then get in all of our washing because, yeah, the storm is on its way. It's actually a lot hotter than it looks, but I can't be bothered to get dressed and all of my stuff was in the wash, so I'm wearing my comfies today. Oh! And then hopefully we should be able to start strimming soon after this big bit of rain because everything is just looking a bit, yeah, dry, scruffy. Haven't been able to strim. Our strimmer has broken, but I've been shopping around and I think I found a Hurtskvarna, like really good strimmer, down from 500 to 350, which honestly, a bargain. We need a big decent one. Our little one was just not coping. We didn't know what we were doing when we first moved here, so yeah. Oh, and the courgettes are still courgetting. Got to say that. So many courgettes. Right. Let's go and get some scissors, harvest. We've got so many peppers, Brussels sprouts, tomatoes and aubergines and butternut squash. That's quite a lot. Good boy. Press the bags. The rain came a little bit earlier than it was supposed to. Quick, Katina, come on. Come on, girl. God, not my underpants. Oh dear. Oh, we should leave that on there. Guess I'll be doing harvesting tomorrow. bit. I just stopped for some lunch. And I could see it coming down from the Serra da Estrela, like a wall of rain whilst I was walking the dogs, like, run! Guess I'll be editing for the rest of the day. Katinha! Katinha! She's enjoying the rain, aren't you? Going a bit nuts. Yeah? You go crazy? I think it's best you stay inside. No, I think... Oh, do you want to go on my shoulders? Right. Okay. Come on then. There he goes. Bon dia everyone. It is not the next day because I ended up going to a punk festival. But we've had the rain, it's come and gone. We're back to the usual 30 degrees. And I think I'm going to harvest the garden. There's going to be quite a lot. Let's see what we can get. That was hard work, getting down and getting all those tomatoes and peppers. But I don't think we did too bad. Look at the size of that. It's a giant cayenne pepper. And we've got some leftover grapes. I did just have a little snack on some. Yeah, we've had a failure on some of our big tomatoes, unfortunately. But from what I understand, everyone's having the same problem. Is that a cat? I don't know. Yeah, it's been a big tomato failure this year. So I guess it is what it is. I don't know if my watermelon's ready. It's got a spot, field spot on the bottom, which is not very big. But I've never managed to grow them before, so whatever happens, I'm happy. We've got loads of butternut squash that are nearly ready as well, but I'm going to see. It's because we had some rain, literally in 2 days, it's put out new butternut squash. So I'm going to leave the plant in for a little bit longer, and I think I'll just harvest them all probably mid-October. But we've got so many, and we've got one growing in a tree. So yeah, not bad. I think I'm gonna do something with aubergines because I noticed that my capers are I forgot in the fridge. So maybe something with aubergine, capers and tomatoes. A little caponata kind of moment. And some of these peppers, some of them were getting a bit sunburnt and some of them got a bit, I missed them a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll roast those and turn them into like a paprika. Should be fine. It's all right, this life, isn't it? Oh, I should get some parsley. Parsley started growing back. Oh, stop. set now. As I was saying, it's time to use up some of our veggies that I harvested the other day. Carlos made a delicious tomato sauce yesterday that I am going to use with some of the other veggies. What I need to do first is get that oven on 180. So while that's heating, I can chop up my aubergine. I fancied something caponata-ish, but I did go around on TikTok today and get inspired, and there were some really beautiful looking dishes where they sort of roasted a whole aubergine and then they put tomatoes and cheese on top. That can't be a bad thing. But I've got also some olives and capers that need using up, and the green pepper, which I know isn't very caponata, but I'm gonna add it in anyway, because why not? Use up some of the veg. I've got so many green peppers I don't know what to do with. Might as well have them. So to chop my aubergine, I need to cut it basically in half, but leave the bottom still attached so that it sort of opens up so it can hold like a little boat for all of the veggie tomatoey goodness. It wants to sit like that, so I'm gonna just do that. She says, why is it not cutting? There we go. Think I need to resharpen my knife. Theory, she says. Okay, maybe I need to go a little bit higher. Almost through the top. Okay, that bit will have to open up a little bit. That's fine. And I am going to score it ever so slightly, just so it helps with the cooking. And once I put the tomatoes on top, the juicy tomatoes can get in. It's going to kind of sit like this. And as always with aubergines, I'm going to salt it and let it sit for a little while. I've got my tray over here that I'll pop it into. And then any excess water I can squeeze out. I've been watched by the dogs today. They have been fed, so hopefully they'll behave. Behave, madam. If you don't behave, you have to go in the other room. I'm just going to leave that on there to the side, and by the time the oven's heated up, I should be able to pop this on in, and I'll roast it for about half an hour. In the meantime, whilst all of that's doing its thing, I can get on to making sauce. One thing I did forget to say is, as you can probably see, I've got a little pot of something boiling back here. That is some pearl barley I actually managed to get from the market recently, which I haven't seen for ages here in Portugal. And it's still very hot here, it still feels very summery, and I've still got tomatoes and aubergines, which are summer veg, but it is a little bit cooler, and I fancied something that felt a bit more autumnal. So I thought if I could cook up some pearl barley to use as the base for this dish, that will add that sort of earthy, warming sort of autumnal feel to it. I did also pre-cook some beans. Now I did ask for manteigas, which means butter in Portuguese, so I thought I was ordering butter beans, but these are clearly not butter beans. They're the size of butter beans, but I'm not actually sure what they are. I'm gonna throw them in anyway. What I'll do is when the pearl barley is nearly ready, I'll add these in so that they can heat up. I have cooked the pearl barley not just in water, I've cooked it in some white wine that I reduced down first and a little bit of chicken stock, just to add a little bit more flavour. But anyway, that's doing its thing. The oven's on. I'm going to chop up my other veggies that I'm going to put into my sauce. Alright, so pearl barley is definitely nearly ready. It actually almost overflowed, so I'm going to quickly add in my beans. I probably won't add all of these, probably just like a third, a small handful worth of the beans. I'm also going to just tap off the excess moisture off of this. Hopefully I'll remove some of the excess salt as well, because it's definitely looking, it's looking a bit moist. Seeing as I've already salted it, I'm not going to add too much more salt, but I will add some black pepper, some garlic granules, because garlic and aubergine are just so good. And I'll give it a good dribble in some olive oil. Just realised I probably should have done the olive oil first, because I need to give it a good rub really, so that everything cooks. That'll be fine. Whoops, did not need to make it go out that quick. I'm just going to use my hands, call me crazy. Ravioli's sitting at the end of the table watching everything. Are you being a good boy? No. Just a little bit. There we are. Pop that in for half an hour, buddy, yeah? Excuse me. Come on, out the way. I'm going to set a timer before I forget. Seeing as these are ready, I'm just going to quickly drain them. I don't want it like risotto. Sometimes you can cook pearl barley like a risotto, but I wanted it a bit more dry. So I'm going to quickly drain off the water from the pearl barley and the beans so that it can make a nice base. So for the tomato sauce, let me get said tomato sauce. There's not loads. A lot of the tomatoes are still ripening, so we're probably going to make a second batch soon. Normally when I make tomato sauce, I do add garlic, salt, pepper, basil, and usually a little bit of wine as well. But Carlos roasted these in the oven with all of those things, so it doesn't actually need too much seasoning. What I did want to do is cook up some of the green peppers that I had, as well as some onions, some capers that I needed to use up, and just a few olives to give it that sort of caponata kind of taste. So what I'm going to do is fry the onions and peppers up for a little bit. Then when they're just about ready, I'm going to add in my capers and my olives. Once those have fried up for just a minute, I'll add in, I'd say, probably around 4 to 5 tablespoons of homemade tomato sauce. Add in oil. There we go. We're going to add in my onions and my peppers. The alarm just went off for the aubergine. I left it a little bit late. She is looking delicious. Very golden brown and caramelized and juicy. Fry it up for a minute until it gets a little bit more soft. Okay, let's add in a good few spoonfuls. I reckon that'll do. That'll do. Forgot to add in these olives and capers, silly old me. This is a little bit thicker than I would normally like it, so I'm just going to add a splash of water and maybe a little bit more olive oil, because I really love olive oil. We're in Portugal, olive oil is counted as a seasoning here. Okay. It's so juicy with those tomatoes. I'm hoping you see a bit better up there. So what we now need to do is melt the cheese and make it all like a big dish. So whilst it's open like that, what I'm gonna do is spoon a good dollop of tomato on each side. And cover it in mozzarella cheese. drop of that all over it. A little bit more. Oh, I'll tell you what I do have. More fresh basil from the garden. I'm gonna pop some of that on top. Not too much. Now I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 10 more minutes so the cheese gets nice and melty. But I will be keeping an eye on it because I don't want it to go everywhere. Hopefully it will stay in one piece. I may have opened the aubergine a little too wide. Let's see. In she pops. See you in 10. Sure I'm about to burn my face off, but let's see how good it tastes. I need a bit, I think that's a bit of an olive there. Let's get some aubergine, some cheese. Oh. Gonna try that bit first. Honestly, aubergine at the moment is one of my favourite things. Try a little bit of the barley. This is a perfect early autumn meal for sure. It's cosy and warm while still having some of the lovely fresh end of summer ingredients. Try mixing a bit together. It is roasting hot. So good. Honestly, roast aubergine, can't go wrong. Anyway, I'm probably going to sign out here because I've shown you what we planted, I've shown you what we're growing, what we're harvesting, and the goodies we're eating this time of year. Let us know what you think of this recipe. Would you try it out? And thank you for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you in the next one. Ciao.